today.
Jeffrey Bennington.
All right. So I'm glad we saw this on preview night, or not preview night.
Discount day.
Discount day. So we just got out of Inhumans, the full IMAX experience that did not, under any means, need to be an IMAX experience.
Nope.
I'm still wrapping my head around this. It's like it's not 0% bad.
Well, it just means it's not saying that it's like technically.
I know it just means nobody likes it. I know what it means, but still, I'm thinking strictly critically. Like, it's not god awful. Like, I'm thinking, like, I find myself a little frustrated because, like, I can see how this would work.
Yeah, but
I can see parts in this that I actually like.
But
it's surrounded by holy crap, a rough edge. A bunch of rough edges.
Yeah, so I will say the reason this thing was filmed in IMAX was because it was like a branding deal where IMAX, partially footed the bill as like a branding thing. They shot this thing on a digital IMAX camera. I think it was like some RE Alexa 70mm camera or something like that. So it's like, okay, I thought they just blew a shit ton of their budget on IMAX, which made no sense.
No, so obviously the intention was to get it here eventually. I mean, like, are you familiar at all with the Inhumans?
Very little. Unfortunately, in terms of the comics, the only exposure I've had through them is through Ms. Marvel.
Okay, I have read a lot of Inhumans. I've read some, so I have some context of who these characters are and what they're like. I wouldn't call myself a diehard fan, so I don't know how well it translates from comic to film. Question mark.
Most of the basics. Like, I know that, basic story, there's this family of Inhumans.
And not Loki tries to take over.
Yeah.
But I liked him. To be fair, I liked him because I feel like he's like probably the most talented actor of the bunch.
Yeah.
Not for the writing around him, but because he's a good actor.
Yeah, it's like... He wasn't terrible. He was the only one. He was one of the only halfway decent performances.
And I like Black Bolt.
That's because he didn't have to say anything.
I know, that helped.
Yeah, I mean,
but like I found his scenes toward the end genuinely entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, that was actually intentionally not bad.
Yeah, because.
He has great facial expressions.
Because he has the hardest part. Is like he cannot say a single word, or else he will banshee the fuck out of you.
Yeah, and canonically, Black Bolt's one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel universe. So, like again, a whisper can topple a skyscraper kind of thing.
Also, in this case, send a car exploding and flying.
That wasn't even a whisper. That was a grunt.
Yeah, because I know it's oh god, someone showed me a clip from, I think it was Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
I don't know if Black Bolt ever showed up in that show.
It was one of the Avengers shows.
Probably the newer one that came out after.
It wasn't Assemble. Shoot, maybe it was the... It might... oh, right, there was a newer one that came out after that.
Yeah, there was one that came out right after that, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I know. But that's a whole nother topic.
From what I've been told, they do a good job of showcasing him in that, though.
I'm sure, but I've tried watching some clips from that, and it's pretty painful. I was like, oh man, because it kind of like the Spectacular Spider-Man. The show came before; it was so much better. But that's a whole nother topic. No, like Black Bolt has taken on Thanos one-on-one and actually held up pretty well. And not to mention, now he's like, I don't know if that's still the case, but he was a leader of the Kree Empire for a while. Was it the Kree? No, I know he became a major player in sci-fi for a while.
Yeah.
Because they decided, instead of the moon, we're just gonna make our entire city a spaceship and just fly it into space. Because comics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. That was a part of it I've seen.
Yeah. So for those uninitiated in Humans, which I will not blame you, I guess this was originally supposed to be a big budget movie, and then something happened along the way, and they just canceled it and put it in tried to put it in the ABC TV shows instead.
Yeah, and they had the brilliant choice of having Scott Buck, aka the showrunner of Iron Fist, to head it.
Now, to be fair, comparing this to Iron Fist, I still think Iron Fist is worse, in my opinion.
They're about on par.
Mostly because they're still... as silly as some of these scenes are in this show, at least I can laugh at it. There was a scene in like the first episode of Iron Fist, I went, are you fucking kidding me? Which was the Monopoly scene. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know.
I know this because it still bugs me. After all of that, I watched like a few weeks ago and it still pisses me off because they try to make his like, what's the name of the other douchebag company guy?
I can't remember. Meacham,
where they try to introduce like how like he's kind of like the sort of bad guy, but showing their kids playing Monopoly or something like that.
Oh, that one! Yes, I remember now.
that annoyed the shit out of me because I'm like, it's like, all right, you owe me this money. Like, no, what? Why? I don't want to. And it's like, but you have to. So the camera's like, why should I? And I'm thinking like, that doesn't establish a villainous presence. Like, who invited this asshole to game day?
Yeah.
Like, then don't play the game, asshole. I mean, I can play by the rules. Doesn't make a villainous presence. It's stupid.
I will say this: the show gets tolerable after, I think, starting with the 4th episode. But
yeah, but that first episode stuff. Now, like, at least, in this one, like, I was actually pretty okay with it for the first 20 minutes. Where I was actually kind of getting into it a little bit, mostly because I was working on like world building, introducing characters, kind of demonstrating like kind of what they're about. I was getting, and again, whenever the Maximus character was on talking to other people, like, okay, I can see a good foundation for a show here.
Yeah, like it had, like, I agree, it had a lot of good elements that, you know, if better handled, could be interesting. Like, they're clearly trying to go for that Shakespearean, you know.
And you could make that work in this setting. Like, again, I was kind of getting interested in it. Like, okay, Maximus clearly the Loki-style villain here, but, like, you know, it's still played by a charming actor, and he's like, and I felt like, okay, maybe we can do, like, a slow build-up to what we know is inevitably going to be a coup thing. It was around the time I got to the very first flashback. That's when it lost to me. Because at that point, I was thinking, like, okay, we've kind of established world now. I'm kind of just waiting for something to happen. Then something did happen. Then I thought, I kind of wish we went back to what we had before.
It's just
because yeah, you have Black Bolt who doesn't talk because whenever he does, he's like has the most powerful booming voice. He can just basically store everything in its path.
Yeah, as I said, Banshee times 1,000, basically.
Yeah, and who has his wife, Queen Medusa, who has killer hair, which that looks silly. Now, granted, without a big Hollywood budget, I don't know how you could have made that look good.
Yeah, that was, which is also the other reason I was like, why did you use IMAX for this? Everything. It just reveals how cheap everything looks. Yeah, I mean, with the TV budget, I mean, again, there's only so much you can do with that. I don't really blame the team for that one. Excuse me. Then you have, what are the other ones, like Gorgon, the Hoofman? Yeah, who's supposed to be, like, super strong. Triton, who I don't know what the hell he does.
I'm guessing he's a fish man because he had gills. That's what I got out of it.
Probably.
I don't remember Triton from the comics. But guessing on his name and the fact he looked like he looked like he was just missing a fin.
He looked like a certain assassin from Mass Effect.
Kind of. I don't know. I don't
Thane,
really
there we go.
Thane, yeah, like kind of looks like Thane. I don't know about that. I don't know if I go that far. And then
Sennick.
Wait, what?
Sennick or something like that. Cennik or C. The guy who had like this.
Lost.
Oh, that's who he was from.
You didn't recognize him?
No, I know. I barely watched Lost. I saw 2 episodes.
Oh, okay. You never watched Lost? You didn't get into that?
Nope. And apparently, I'm better off for it.
I still like Lost. I get it, but I still like. All right, I'm along for the ride. So I'm saying, I don't know, like. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah. It's like I tried to, but I didn't really get that. I think I saw like the first couple episodes. I saw a couple of random episodes here and there, and then I saw the ending bit, and I was like, maybe I'll get back to it. I just never did.
Yeah, fair enough. But Yeah, the one who like apparently is like saw probability or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
Was that the character you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Lost. That's why I was making Lost jokes.
Yeah, that makes more sense now.
Who, again, despite having apparently his powers be like he can sense like all kinds of probability and how to do things, makes the dumbest mistake you can make.
Yeah.
That just like, what? It's like, so long story short, we have what seems like it's going to be a slow build up to Maximus, who's like the evil brother who has no powers except to be evil.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say he's necessarily evil. He's just very angry with how things are going. Like he was kind of
generalizing.
Yeah, like he's definitely the bad guy. His thoughts were kind of in the right place, understandably so. But it's like,
and again, like in a better story, I can see this working.
Yeah.
Like with a better showrunner, a better script, I can totally see this working.
Yeah.
I liked how they actually addressed the offensive Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too.
Oh yeah. Right.
You
Yeah.
doing okay there, dude?
Yeah. Just tired. But
yeah,
I took me all the process. Like, oh yeah, the whole. Yeah, once it came to light there in Humans on Earth, they kind of got arrested and killed all over the place.
Yeah, well, so I was wondering how they were going to do that, because, like, all right, because this clearly takes place in the same universe. It's on ABC, and crossover is inevitable. Like, how are they going to address the fact that Inhumans have technically been around for a few years now? So I was happy to see that addressed. But again, like, I could see the potential here, but the problem is it's just a bad script. Like, I wouldn't even say it's the actor's fault, at least most of them. Crystal was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's just more of the fact that it just didn't really know where to go.
It felt like it just meandered a lot.
Yeah, like, especially when you can guess as the second episode.
Yeah.
Where their first thing is to depower most of the characters.
Yeah. Because it also doesn't help that, in terms of meandering, it was one thing you're like, it felt like things were things are happening while simultaneously not problem.
Like,
it feels like, they're moving things around, they're trying to move things along, but, it's like, there really isn't much that's accomplished. Kind of like with, like, first hour of Dark Tower.
yeah, okay, I can kind of see that. I mean, well, things happen at a quick pace, like after the 20-minute mark, when, like, all of a sudden there's a coup, and now they're all in Hawaii, which, as far as places to be stranded on, not a bad choice.
Yeah.
I will say this, though, as guilty pleasure as it's going to be, I do kind of want a Lockjaw plushie.
We can tell he's going to be the only real likable thing in that show.
I don't know, like, again, I still think it has potential.
It does.
Like, I'm not ready to condemn it yet.
Yeah, no, I agree it has potential. The problem is, as we said, Scott Buck is the showrunner. It's not going to get to that potential.
I don't know. Like, I'm hoping. I'm holding on to like a small semblance of hope that something redeemable. Don't give me that look.
No, I'm trying to think. It's like I just can't see it.
Maybe I don't know. Like, I want to believe. Not a good start. Then again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't have a great start either, and that turned into a really good show. So,
yeah, but its start was still better than this.
I agree on that. I agree. But still, I'm just saying, it's only the first 2 episodes. It's unlikely, but maybe we'll be surprised.
Yes, we have 6 more episodes to see it try and make a turn.
Is this only 8 episodes long?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it. But I don't know. Like, I'm just willing to say, like, I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
At least maybe we'll get to 10%.
Yeah, I expect it's probably going to end up being around like 20, 25 again, like Iron
Probably.
Fist. But,
probably.
It's like I said, the things I can't agree on, it's like that, yeah, Black Bolt, he had some entertaining moments.
Mm-hmm. Mostly when they kind of do the fish out of water thing, when he's on his own and he has to go clothes shopping, apparently, because his S&M attire really stands out.
Or better yet, when he's like when he's arrested.
Yeah, when he's arrested, because again, the guy, he has just great facial expressions. Kind of like, I don't know what's happening, but all right, whatever you want. I don't want trouble. Sure, you want to get down here? Okay, sure. Like, what's going on over there? Although I'm surprised no one ever just brings in a signer at some point, because I'm thinking, like, are there no like mute people in Hawaii or something?
No, because Hawaii is perfection.
Well, that depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Granted, I love Hawaii, don't get me wrong. I would go back in a heartbeat if given the choice. Which is why he also has, like, the #1 homelessness problem in all of America.
Yeah. Also, props to the show for using predominantly Hawaiian people.
Yes, good, bro. At least give props for that. Yeah, my problem's like I just see a lot of potential that I still think can be realized if done right. Again, I'm not sure the people in charge here are the ones that are gonna do it. But I can't wait to see them eventually appear in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because this show gets canceled.
Yeah.
So
it's like we could have had more Agent Carter. Instead, we got this.
Yeah. Well, Agent Carter was cheesy as hell too.
Yeah, but it knew it and it had fun.
True.
It felt like a like one of those something out of the 40s. Or 50s, whatever it was.
I could see that.
It knew what tone it was going for, kind of the same way that Luke Cage went for blaxploitation and Jessica Jones went for noir and all that. So I'd say it worked for me.
And Iron Fist went for pretentious. And so does Inhumans, to be fair.
We needed better fights with more snap zooms in Iron Fist, damn it.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The fight scenes need improvements too, because the fight scenes in this show are so clunky. Yeah, it just feels like for a show that should be going at a fast pace, it feels remarkably slow.
Oh, especially with all those slow motion, those needless slow motion.
Yeah, the ones that are like artsy punch, or just even the scenes of that guy from Lost who's doing like weird stiff punches. Like I feel like anyone could shoot him at any time here.
Yeah.
Instead, we get for some reason they take their time. It's the Batman syndrome. It's like, shouldn't we all attack him? No, we must go one at a time.
Yeah.
We must wait our turn. The Final Fantasy syndrome.
I will say though, as an actor, he actually had some good moments too.
No, he did. Again, the most of which are in the first 20 minutes of the I almost said movie of the show. Like that's really what the best character interactions are, the best world building, the best writing. It's all in that first 20 minits. Yeah. And then again, when stuff actually starts happening, that's when it just plummets. And it plummets hard too.
Yep.
Where it is it's amazing that people around these people are not asking questions sooner than they do.
Yeah.
Like, who is this random woman with this gigantic purple dress that just popped out of the goddamn jungle?
Yeah.
We're not gonna address it? She's gonna hop on the bus? Okay.
It's like, we don't know who this Furiosa/11 cosplayer is, but okay.
Whatever. All right. And, I know that guy can see all probability and seems to know everything about everything, and how he's standing on what is not even a cliff. It's just like a very steep hill that it could very easily go down and go around.
Or do a better job of figuring out, okay, which of these are actually the sturdiest things to go down?
I don't know. I'm just saying, if I look down, there's a big sheer cliff here, and there's a hill behind me. I'm going down the hill. My first thought is like, I'm going to climb that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
And then act surprised when I fall and crack my head.
Yeah.
That's your own goddamn fault.
Yeah, it's like, your powers are remarkably inconsistent.
I know. Well, we know where the plot demands.
Yeah.
This definitely deserves the bad rating it's getting. And I know I'm sounding like the naive fool that just wants to believe that maybe it could turn it around.
It is weird when I am more cynical than you. I'm just saying.
You're more cynical than me in general.
Really? I didn't have a lot more blind hope in things than you.
Well, how are you defining hope here?
Ooh, let's see. I still had some hope for Iron. I think I had a tad more hope for Iron. Wait, no. Maybe
you watched it all before I even touched it, to be fair.
Yeah.
So that wasn't even a good example.
Yeah. Hey, I had hopes that it would get better.
I'm pretty sure I agreed with you on that.
Yeah, probably.
So, I don't know. I have a lot more hope than people think I do. I will say that much. Because Ron said the same thing. I'm like, you clearly haven't been listening too much to what I've been saying. I made a whole goddamn video about how Superman deserves better than what fucking Batman vs Superman did, and how he's a symbol of optimism. I had a whole movie about video about hope and optimism, for God's sake.
Fair enough.
Aha!
But of course, at the same time, for Superman, you gotta have hope and optimism. He's fucking Superman.
Tell that to Zack Snyder.
I blame Goyer on that one more than Snyder.
And also, I had much more optimism in Wonder Woman than you did too.
Yeah, that's true.
And again, a lot of these things, it kind of goes back to, with Justice League and then the DC movies. So it's I want to believe so badly that these can be good, despite all the odds that tell me no. I want to believe, goddammit.
Yep. Okay, actually, that was one I remember I did have more hope that he was in Batman vs Superman. Ironically,
That might be the one. I'll give you credit.
And I remember we were both pretty hopeful for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and like it. Yeah. Now, granted, when stuff comes out and I hate it, I am fully justified in that hate. But again, like, I want to believe so badly that it can be good, and I'm so disappointed when it's not.
Yeah.
So, like, it's hopeful to a point, I should say. And I hold that for this show, too. It's like, do I think it's going to be good? Probably not. Like, I'm thinking analytically, but I'm holding out that slight grain of hope that maybe I'll be surprised. And that's all I can do right now. After what is honestly a very defeating couple episodes. Because, like, I'm not a big fan of the Inhumans, but I still like them. I think they have a fascinating idea. Like, I would be interested to see, like, how they delve into the culture and the ideas and stuff like that. This is not the way to do it.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that, like, I don't know, if there's a season 2.
I can tell there isn't.
Probably not, but again,
Yeah.
if Iron Fist can get a second season, maybe Inhumans can too. ABC's renewed worse.
Yeah.
When Big Bang Theories existed for like, what, 10 years now?
CBS, why?
My point is, it's not unprecedented for a bad show to get a second season. Like, there's room for improvement. There is ways they can grow, learn from their mistakes. If they actually learn, that's the hard part. So it's one of those, it's kind of a wait and see where this goes for me. I'm not hugely optimistic. It's not good. I'm not going to defend it as good. But there's just enough that I liked that I want to hope those elements prevail.
Right.
That's where I'm coming from on that.
Yeah.
I know you're pretty much like, nope, this is doomed. I know. I can tell from the look in your eye.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I get that too.
It's like, if this does get renewed for a second season, just replace the showrunner, maybe, and that'll probably help quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Then again, Heroes, they can only do so much for that when they did that.
Did you do Heroes too?
No, but I mean, Heroes had like a great first season with Brian Fuller on board. Then he left. Things started to go downhill, and it went to the point where even when they brought him back, there's only so much he could do. Where it's like...
What's that got to do with this, though?
I'm just saying, I really hope they don't go past that point of no return with a super terrible first season.
I see. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, we've had some shows that sucked for one season. They came back and turned out to be really good in the next season, but...
Yeah. I'm trying to think what was it.
Miracles can happen, goddammit.
Like that first half of BoJack Horseman. First half of the first season, Mike.
Yeah.
Let me clarify.
No, I hated those first few episodes, but it's worth it because it's go to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
But then again, in the case of BoJack Horseman, you can argue it was intentionally so.
Right.
That show's a goddamn masterpiece. I can't. That's one thing I'm looking forward to this Friday because the next season comes out. Right. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do on Friday. I mean, like, again, I like Black Bolt. I like Maximus. I like Lockjaw. I think there's a possibility for a good story here. It just needs to be realized, and I'm hoping they realize it before it's too late.
And I agree with you on that. Like, because I do agree that they have elements that could work. Mm-hmm. I just very unfortunately not hopeful. I'm just not. I can't even think right now. Tired.
Yeah, no, it's been like.
I don't have a lot of hope that, like I said, given that this showrunner is Scott Buck, who did Iron Fist and the crappy season of Dexter.
Which crappy season of Dexter?
I believe that was the final one.
That was as crappy as 6.
Yeah, because I think I can't remember if he did both those last two seasons.
I can totally. I would not be shocked if he did 6.
Yeah, he probably did.
That was one with Tom Hanks' son, and that was awful.
Oh yeah, he was in that. I forgot he was a serial killer in that season because I watched like the first
with like the plot twist that everyone saw coming from the first episode of that season.
Tell me afterwards.
It's not really giving too much away. Just the guy from Battlestar Galactica was dead the whole time.
Wait, which guy from Battlestar Galactica?
The captain, whatever the hell his name was.
I didn't even realize he was in that.
Yeah, he plays like his mentor, but it turns out it was all in Tom Hanks' son's head the entire time, or some stupid bullshit like that. Everyone saw it coming immediately. Like, someone's like, "Yeah, he's not real." He's like, maybe, like, Bruce is like, well, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. We're not saying anything. Like, no, he's not real. You fucking bastards on the internet. More or less the reaction. So, yeah, I mean, I can't think, yeah.
Sorry, I just didn't realize that Scott Buck also worked on 6 Feet Under.
Yeah. I like 6 Feet Under.
Let me see. Dexter. See through. By the sound of things, it might have just been the last. 7, 8. Okay, he kind of worked on throughout.
Yeah, Dexter was a show like it sucked in season 6, and it came back. It became really good again in season 7, and then last season just.
Yeah, I gotta double check which ones he worked on because I thought season 7 was the last season.
Well, no, you're right. Season 7. I'm thinking season 6 was the good one.
But that was the one with Tom Hanks' son.
No. I'm trying. It's been a long time since I watched it. 4 was the Trinity Killer.
Yeah, 5
was the one with the blonde girl.
Yeah.
6 was Tom Hanks' son.
When he died. Yeah, when he goes.
No, there was 8 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Because 7 was the one that had Yvonne Strasanovsky.
Okay.
And she was really good. And then season 8 happened, and that's when things crashed and burned.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so there was 8 seasons. We just apparently ignore the good one in between the crappy one and the crappier one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of a whole lot else to talk about here. Do you got anything?
Nah, it's just, like I said, it's just really bland, really cheap. Not the best writing. Some of the acting's okay. Others, not so much. CG wasn't quite as terrible as I anticipated on some events, but it's still
It's clear made for TV.
Yeah. And like I said, just the IMAX kind of amplified those problems. Oh, I forgot what I wanted to mention.
Oh, go for it.
So there was one moment that made me laugh ironically.
Okay, what? Oh, okay.
I don't know why I found it funny, but there's some part.
I mean, like it was kind of funny, but you were laughing your ass off. Like it's not that funny.
I don't. It's one of those like it just got it rolling. I think I was desperate for something.
Okay,
because
you were much more miserable. Listen, I mean, I didn't have a good time either, but I feel like you were hating this so much more than I was.
I wasn't hating it. I was just impatient. I was like, oh, please, something happen.
Then things happen. Like,
okay. Something good happened.
There you go. Anyway, go ahead. Say your piece.
So, basically, they reveal that, Black Bolt, killed his parents by accident. He basically uttered a mop. And I don't know why. It's just seeing his parents just, fly off at a...
Yeah, I mean...
And, it's doing that weird spinny camera trick. All of a sudden, all you see is basically Rorschach at the end of Watchmen, just, splattered along the wall.
I thought it was funny too, but I just didn't think it was funny as you did, apparently. I just I mean, I've laughed at things that you were like, what, really? Before too, so I'm not judging.
Yeah. I don't know why, it was so cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I agree. I don't know, I just didn't laugh as hard.
Yeah.
There are other parts I was kind of like, really?
Yeah.
Whenever they did a wide angle of Medusa's hair powers, just like,
Or when they were shaving her head and making it seem like some epic tragedy was going on.
Now, I get what they were going for.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it'll grow back.
It's like, I get what they were going for with that scene, but it was like, I mean, like, all right, that was pretty dumb. That was, you know what the funny part is? All I could think of was Sweeney Todd. That's all I was thinking. But first, miss, I think a shave. The closest I ever gave.
Okay.
And Max went back going, pretty woman. Crying softly. That sounds really rapey.
On a happier note, I also didn't mind some of the music covers in there.
See, I thought that felt out of place to me.
Oh, I agree that it was out of place, but I just kind of liked the sound of them.
Fair enough. Yeah, that was like, I felt you could have easily built up to a more extended version of you could have really built up the villain's presence in this world before you had the coup even happen.
Yeah.
Because you can feel like a lot of it just happens off screen. So when it feels like it's building this up, all of a sudden the coup's happening now. It's like, wait, what? Really? Now? I feel like there should have at least another 20 minutes building this up. You're like, nope, we need to move the plot along. Let's just keep moving.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where it lost me right there. I was like, okay, you kind of lost all the momentum you had building up to this point.
Yeah.
And that was like the first major mistake. Well, first of many major mistakes the show made. Now, again, I'm not defending this as a good show in any way, shape, or form. I want to point that out.
I know, just saying that they laid the groundwork, then hopefully
the groundwork is there. They just need to plant seeds and let them grow instead of just cutting them premature. It's not ripe.
Yeah. They plant the seeds. They need to water it with water, not Gatorade.
For sure.
I was sorry. I forgot what the hell the name of the drink was.
Red Bull? I don't know.
No, in Idiocracy.
I haven't seen Idiocracy.
Watch Idiocracy.
I know. But yeah, I just want to go with trailers.
Sure. Yeah, thankfully you just awkwardly went straight to the IMAX trailers after it's like, here's a preview coming attractions. Does that weird green band trailer thing is like, here's the IMAX trailer.
It was like, okay. I was like, I just want consistency. So the first trailer you got was for Alpha, which that looked, speaking of silly, that looked really silly.
So we got, how do we compare it again? The Revenant meets...
10,000 BC.
Meets... Oh, fuck.
I think what the joke I made to you is I leaned in and I said, man, this Marley and Me reboot is not what I thought it was going to be.
Oh, Ice Age. That was the other one.
Yeah. And that one looks really dumb. They intentionally picked like the girliest man they can find and put him in the lead and try to make him a badass. It's like, this isn't gonna work, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like casting. I'm so tired. I completely lost track of what I was gonna say.
It's like casting John Waters as Conan the Barbarian.
There you go. That works. Okay, I can get behind that. So like, I don't know. That one looks really silly. It's one of the trailers we got before. Kingsman, of course, we've gotten that a bunch of times. This is the first time you've seen the trailer for Geostorm, though.
Speaking of laughing at ridiculous moments.
Oh, man. I've seen that trailer so many fucking times now.
Oh, God. It's like... So basically, it's the unofficial sequel to London Olympus Has Fallen called Earth Has Fallen.
Yeah, and it looks... pretty silly.
Yeah, it's like it took the cheesy elements from The Day After Tomorrow meets Sunshine.
I don't think I've seen Sunshine.
It's a Danny Boyle movie. It's interesting. Ending's a little weird.
Okay.
Just because like it kind of went from this interesting just like survival thing to a spoiler alert, a bit of a sci-fi horror thing.
Wait, is that the one where
they're gonna go reboot the sun?
Okay, I'm thinking something different. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It's not one of mine. Like, I don't know. It should be just like. It looks like it was really started as a Roland Emmerich like horror movie.
Well,
or,
say it's from the producers of Independence Day.
Yeah, that does not shock me at all. It looks like another disaster porn flick, and then all of a sudden, like, you know what's popular right now? Guardians of the Galaxy. We need to put some of that in here. So that's where like a lot of really like, is this really the place to be joking, guys? Millions of people are dying right now. But anywho,
some interesting cast members in there too, like Jim Sturgis, Gerard Butler, Andy Garcia.
Well, this seems like a movie Gerard Butler would do, so that one doesn't surprise me too much. I don't know about the other guys though. Then we got Thor Ragnarok again, which we talked about plenty of times. It's the first time you've seen the Black Panther trailer in theaters, though. So we have an excuse to talk about that.
Yeah. At least I feel like we have talked about it, but it's been a while.
It's been a while. Like maybe we haven't passed it. I don't know if you and I have gotten this trailer together. I know I've talked about it on the show before.
But I am excited for that movie.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I mean, Ryan Coogler directing a Marvel movie. It's like, I'm on board.
What else has Ryan Coogler done?
Creed and
nice.
Fruitvale Station.
Fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, granted, like, just by the trailer, you can tell this movie just oozes style and grace.
Yeah.
So, like, or carrying that into... One thing I like about Marvel movies, I don't get a lot of flack by people who really want to like DC movies. Like, I really want to like Inhumans. I get it now, DC fans. I get it.
Well,
except I'm not as in blind denial as you are, but still.
Also, Iron Fist kind of started that before Inhumans did.
True.
Have you sat throughout that entire series? I can't remember.
I sat through the entirety of Iron Fist. It did get better. And if nothing else, I liked Faramir's arc. He was like the best part of the show.
Damn strikes, he was the only one who was having real fun on that.
True, that he was.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, Danny Rand is such a fucking moron.
Thundering dumbass.
That was the case where, like, I was talking to my mom, she she didn't even finish Daredevil season 2 because Matt Murdock just annoyed her too much. And I was like, oh, if you thought Matt Murdock was an idiot, wait until you see Iron Fist. He'll trust anybody. Could be just some random hooker on the street. Someone's gonna make all his dreams come true. He'd probably follow her. You want $50? Sure. What are you gonna show? Oh. Like if Pinocchio, if he was pretentious moron. Lie to me, Pinocchio. Lie to me. Anyway, sorry, all joke. But no, Black Panther looks really good. It's nice to see Michael B. Jordan being a good comic book movie.
Yeah.
Or hopefully it's a good comic book movie. You ever feel like Marvel just takes on the crappy like comic book movie surrogates and just adopts them into their own universe?
It's making more sense now as time goes on.
I mean, like they did with Chris Evans. So,
Yeah.
like that's like, don't worry, we will save you, Captain America. You are. Now I forget which character. Like, there's like 3 villains in this movie.
Manape.
Yeah. Who, thank God they didn't go with original design.
Yeah. It's like Killer something or other. I think it's like...
Well, Andy Serkis' character.
Yeah, I can't remember who he is. Because I remember, like, he's an actual villain, as is Michael B. Jordan. I gotta double check. It was like... I don't know why. I feel like it was a pun like Kilimanjaro or something like that.
That's not something that dumb. I think it's like Killmonger or something.
There we go.
Yeah, something like that.
Ah, damn.
I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna bug me now, and I forget who Andy Serkis plays. I know I've seen, like, he was in the Avengers TV show that I actually liked.
And Age of Ultron.
Yeah, Killmonger. That is his name.
And Andy Serkis is Ulysses Claw.
That's Claw. That's what it is. Okay, I know who that is. All characters I'm excited to see. I haven't run too many Black Panther characters, but I have a huge amount of respect for that character in general, because he is, like, again, he's probably smarter than Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I think there was actually a meme I saw recently where it's like Batman and Iron Man arguing, whereas like Iron Man's like, yeah, mine's more I have more technologically advanced suits, could do all these cool things, and it's good for just general action. Like, Batman's like, well, I can rely more on stealth, and I can hide in shadows. And Black Panther's like, man, if only I had a suit that's great for stealth and is invulnerable to bullets and also highly technological advanced.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny also, because in a Ms. Marvel comic, he made a cameo on one of the bits. Mm-hmm. It's something like one of the side characters is in Wakanda. Okay. And there's some part where, like, he's basically breaking into this thing with some other classmate of his. Mm. It's like, nephew, why are you doing this? You're related to Black Panther? It's like, yeah, by like 20 steps. I'm like his nephew, like 50 times removed or something like that.
It's like, I'm still waiting for a solo Squirrel Girl series to happen, because it would be amazing.
Well, at least she's getting a series.
At least it's a start.
Who did they pick for her again?
I think it was like the girl in those phone commercials for a while.
Yes, yeah. Melania Weintraub.
Yeah, her. So, like, I don't know, like, I've been looking up panels of the Unbeatable Squirrel comic, and it's amazing. Have you looked at some of these?
I have not.
There was a part where, like, some girl's walking next to Dr. Doom, and then the Punisher shows up, and he goes like, Dr. Doom, you thought you could get away, but I find and punish all criminals. And she goes like, dude, it's cosplay! And Vern's like, oh, sorry, my bad. And then just drives away. Or my favorite, she beats Galactus in combat, but before then they bond over how much of a tool they think Thanos is. By, like, saying, like, Thanos is a fool who thinks he can challenge. Like, yeah, I beat him once. It wasn't a clone or a robot or anything. It was a real Thanos. And Galactus goes, haha, nice. What a tool.
That is amazing.
Or it's like, why are you here? I have not come here to talk. I have come to kick ass and eat planets, for I am Galactus. It's so good. Look it up. But anyway, that was the last trailer we got. Yeah, so again, final thoughts for the Inhumans show.
Like I said, just really cheap.
Don't watch this in theaters.
Yeah, wait for it to come out for free on television with 5 more minutes of footage.
Honestly, just wait the rest of the series out and see if it improves at all before investing your time. That's honestly a recommendation I would make.
Yeah.
Like, again, I want to believe, but I also know better. It's more of a naive hope.
Yeah.
Which I'll freely acknowledge. So I think that's all we got. As far as the rest of the week goes, there's really not much to see. I know Sarah's talking about that. What's that Jeremy Renner movie that's in theaters right now?
Oh yeah, I heard about that one. I heard it's pretty solid.
Yeah, her was good. Hers wasn't great, but hers was good. So maybe if there's time and energy, I'll check that out. On the other hand, I also really need to get back in a workout routine, so I don't know if that'll happen or not.
I know that feeling.
But worst case, I'll watch some stuff at home and review them because I still get a huge list of stuff I got to catch up on.
Watch Death Note so we can review that.
I'll watch Death Note. I'll sit my ass down and
yes, come watch it. Watch it tonight well, no, not tonight. Watch it someday, then come over and we shall.
All right, we'll figure it out.
About it.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I know even Jasmine wants to get in on that review, which it must be bad if Jasmine wants to finally break her no video embargo to review it.
It's, as I said, as a movie, it's meh. As an adaptation, it sucks.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
But the only good thing is Willem Dafoe's Ryuk.
Yeah,
more details to come.
Yeah, we'll get them when we get to that video. So otherwise, next week is it. So that'll be fun.
I hope.
I don't know, the early tweets about it have been pretty good.
By the way, I did not realize how many fucking guys from Stranger Things are in that movie.
I'm not necessarily surprised, because you gotta imagine good kid actors are kind of a rare commodity.
Yeah. It's just wow, they have 3 of them in here.
I haven't really paid attention to the cast list, but I believe it.
It was, Finn Wolfhard, who's the main kid.
Okay.
Something Chosen. He was the black kid.
Okay.
And I want to say one of the.
You mean Token? It took me only a year ago to finally get that joke.
Really?
Yeah, that thought never occurred to me until.
Wow.
I don't know what that says about me. I just know. I always that's kind of a funny name, and the thought never occurred to me. Until one day I was sitting there, I was rewatching an episode, and I went Token. Yeah, it's probably, he's the only black character in the show. Son of a bitch!
His full name is Token Black.
I know, and I still did not get it. And so one day, the light bulb clicked. In Channing Tatum with 22 Jump Street. It's Token Black. Only black. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, shit!
I just imagine you doing that in a funeral or something.
That would be great. Just all of a sudden, dearly beloved, you now but the dear old and to rest, and son of a bitch, it was a metaphor. Sorry, go on.
I swear, if you did that at my funeral, I probably would have sprung to fucking life just laughing.
That's how we know we're gonna save him. Just everyone back away. I need to think of something ironic. Everyone take a step back. I need to realize something I've never realized before. According to the comments, it's just that the gay fan fiction needs to come true. That's what I've gotten from the comments recently. It's alright, so I think we've padded this out long enough, so
yep.
We'll see whatever we see next. Later.
See you guys.